or you could just type in photos.google.com. And Photos looks like this. And this is always a fun thing to present because everyone's going to see your pictures. So just want to be careful when you do this. Susan, you've used Google Photos before? Yeah. So we don't know how to set it up. Ramon, is this something that you're interested in knowing how to set up? Okay, I'm not hearing either one of you. Turn on your mics.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure how I would use this. And I'm not sure if I have a lot of photos in there.
Okay, so what you do is the way that you, Susan, did you end up using Google Photos? Do you use it?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to explain how you use it?
No.
Okay. Basically, it's a backup, Ramon. So
Yeah.
you can upload any photo, like I have it. I'm going to use my phone here in a minute. Any picture I take on my phone, my iPad, or I download to my computer, I can set up so they're all saved online in Google Photos.
Yeah.
So it's a way, and you can have unlimited storage on your personal account or also your school account. So you just have to be careful when you set it up on your phone, kind of be mindful of which account you log into, because that's the account where it's going to save your pictures. So I've set up mine, most of mine is set to my personal account. So I'm going to change that account here. It's not what I meant to do. There we go. Because I don't know how long I'm going to have my school account, but I know I'm always going to have my personal account. And there's no way really just to change one over to, just to move them from one account to the other. So I figure that if I want to keep them, especially the ones that let me see, let me get back to photos on this account that I'm going to put that's just my personal preference. So on my phone, I have it logged in. I'll show you in a minute. I have it logged into my personal account. Now you'll see some of the pictures. That's because I've shared my two accounts with each other. So that's why, so how you set that up is you go down to you go to the menu over here when you first go into Google Photos, and you go to App Downloads, and there is this option that is Backup and Sync, and it automatically backs up photos from my Mac. As I'm on a Mac, it would say your PC connected to cameras and SD cards. So if I back up and sync, anything that is on my computer is going to find every photo that's there, and it's going to upload it to Google Photos. And that's the quickest way to do it if you have a lot of pictures. I already have this downloaded on my computer. For your mobile devices, you want to download the Google Photos app, which has this little logo on it.
That's the main reason why I use Google Photos, is just
for your phone. Right, because then you back it up to Google Photos, and then you can take them off your phone, and you're not using up all your storage on your phone. Right. So that's one selling point to do that. So that's basically how you set it up. It creates albums for you, but let's look at end of year options here. Let's say you've got pictures of your students, or what? If I go to albums, so I could create a new album. These are albums I've created. These are albums that have been created for me by Google Photos. Like, it's taken anything that has any people faces, any places, any things that are just things, any videos that I have, and it's just put them in there. So I could open that. These are, I'll show you what this for you is in a minute. If I want to go to just my photos, this will show me all my photos by date when they've been uploaded. And these are the albums that either Google Photos has created for me or that I've created myself. So to create, if I don't want to back up and sync, I can also use this upload button right here. And I can either upload from my computer or any photos that I have in Google Drive. So you can do that manually if you don't want everything coming up. Sometimes it's a really You know, I use photos a lot when I'm making media projects or doing stuff, but it'll bring everything that I've downloaded to use. It's going to bring it in to save it in Google Photos. So sometimes I have to go through and kind of delete the ones that I don't want because it has too many. But one way to manage that is to putting them into albums. If I want to create a new album, I just go new album. And I could name that album, whoops, for my school year. And then I could go here. This, if I go select people and pets, it will, Google Photos knows which pictures are people and pets, and it would only bring in those pictures. So if I had a field trip, it wouldn't bring that in. It would only bring in animals and people. See that if I do that, it's going to take out everything else. So I could just pick people. Or if I just said photos, it's going to bring up all my photos. So I could just go and select the photos that I wanted to bring into that whatever. I'm just going to pick whatever here. And then I'm just going to go done. And I named my photo, and now I've got this album. So the nice thing about having an album is that I can share it. So on a very simple level, if you just had some pictures from the school year and you wanted to share them with your class, you just create this album and hit the share button and it will create a link. This is asking me, I want to create the link down here. I could send it to somebody specifically if I just wanted to share it with one person, but I could create a link. And here's the link, and I could copy the link. It doesn't give anybody access to all of my Google Photos, but it just gives them access to this one album,
Okay.
which is nice. So maybe you share that with parents, like here's the school year. If you wanted to get really fancy, this would take a little bit of time. I'm gonna go back here. If I go to my people, go to my albums here. You may not have people. Okay, here's all the people. So it is going through and it's making an album for each of these people. You can see I've already done, it doesn't know their names, don't worry about that. I put the names in, but for instance, this is one of my grandsons and it went through and it found by face recognition, every picture that I had that he was in it. When he was like, you know, little, like here he's maybe whatever, 6 or 7, and here he is, you know, when he's older, right here, same kid. So it has a marvelous like face recognition feature on it. So if you wanted to, you could go through and you could search for each of the kids in your class, and then you would only have the pictures of that kid. And you could make a unique album for that kid and share it with them, any pictures that you had taken during the year. But again, that would take a little bit of work, but possible. Or you could just pick one of your kids, right? If they were one of your students or a few of your students, and find all of those, and maybe between searching all those, you'll end up with all the photos from your class if you have a lot of pictures. You know what I'm saying with that one? So it's got one way you could do it is just by creating and sharing an album. Another thing that you can do in with Google Photos is to create a movie right from Google Photos. So of course you could download a photo. You just go to a photo, and one of your options here is in your menu is to download it. So you download it to your computer and put it in one of your slideshows or one of the other into Adobe. But remember too that when we looked at Adobe Spark, that you could import from Google Photos. So if you have them in Photos, they're importable into some of the other apps that we showed you. So that's another. The nice thing I like about Google Photos is that it could take them from your phone or from your device. It's putting them all in one place. And then when you went to create a project, your photos are all in the same place. But you can also, you can create a slideshow. So this is just kind of a simple slideshow that would take you through with the album, but you can also create a movie. Now it's different. I'm going to show you on my phone in a minute. Let me just get out of. Sorry, I'm showing you all the junk in my. Oh, there's my dashboard. If I go here on the bottom, let me go to my home page. No, oh, not finding this on my, I was just doing this. It's over here. Yeah, it's called For You. So this is different places depending on what device you're using. This is what you're looking for. And you can create a new movie, a collage, or an animation. So if I go here, for instance, what this is an animation. They took it from a video, or if there's a lot of pictures, let's say you took like 15 shots of the same thing, it would put them all into one little animation for you. I haven't used that too many times, but let me show you what the movie is. So from your desktop, you can't create your own, you can't choose your own images. You can use one of the themes. So let's say you wanted to make a Mother's Day movie. First, you have to pick a mom. So here's one of my daughters. So let's say I'm going to make her a Mother's Day movie. So I selected the mom, and then it asked me to select any of her kids. So I select some of her kids, and then I go done, and then that's going to make that into a little Mother's Day movie. So it's just kind of a theme. There's just, if you like selfies, it would bring up any video view that was a selfie, any picture that was a selfie. This, you could do a movie of one person to watch how they grew up, anyone that's smiling. But for the end, this would bring like one pet. It also does face recognition on animals. So if you had a lot of pictures of your pet and want to watch the pet grow over the years, you could do that.
So where is that now, Pam?
It is, if I go here, it will be here. It
Okay.
will create it for me, and it will be in For You. So that's where it, or it could be under my movie here. Let's see if it, let me see. These are the ones that were already created. I think maybe it's still creating that other one. That's why it's not there, but it just puts them in this For You album right here.
Okay, that's perfect.
So,
Thank you.
but I'm going to show you, I'm going to log out on my laptop and show you on my phone, because on your phone or iPad, you actually have a lot more options than on your desktop, which is kind of the opposite sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to log out here, and I'm logged into my phone. So hopefully I can make this transition, and I'll show you how to do it on your phone and what it looks like there. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here and leave the meeting. Can you hear me from my phone?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. So I'm going to share. Okay. You see my phone?
You got it.
Okay. So let me find Google Photos on my phone here. There we go. Okay. So again, it's going to be the same thing right here. This is my Google Photos. I'm logged in to my Google account up here. I just want to make sure that you're backed up to it. I'm using both my accounts, but you want to make sure that you're synced to the same one that's on your computer if you want to see the same pictures. So that's where you would log in. This is my home page. So you can see, oh, notice here that it also has a photo scan app. So you could photo scan right from here, and you could scan photos right into Google Photos right from that app. So that's pretty nice. Hopefully I can get back to my, okay. So again, at the bottom of my screen here would be my regular, my home page, my photos page. Here's my albums, and here's the For You. But notice here, I can create new movie, and this one, it has all the same themes, but I can also click new movie, and I can just go through and select the pictures that I want in it. So it does have a lot more option. That option, you don't have to use one of the themes. It doesn't find them for you. You just go through and select the videos. I mean, the pictures that you want in that video. So, not trying to be too picky here. Okay, so then I go create, and it's going to go create a video for me. So, I don't know if you can see my phone, but if you might notice, right here I can change the length of each picture, how long that is going to play. So that's kind of nice. Over here with the menu, I can insert more clips. I could add to the movie. I could duplicate a picture. I could remove a picture if I don't want it in there. Up here is my music, and I can change the volume of the music. I can add, here's the theme music. That's already built in there. So when I play my video, so.
Hey, Pam,
Yes.
we can't hear you when your music is playing. It's really loud.
Okay. So
Sorry.
could you see what I was doing now? That I could just change the music on there, and I could upload my own music if I wanted to. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So again, I'll just go through it without playing the music. I would go to create new movie, hit a new movie here, select the pictures that I wanted to put in there, click create. It's going to automatically add a video, a music, but I can add my own. Right here is where I can change it, or I could say no music, or I could upload my own music, and it would get it from my Apple Music library. So there we go. So this would save you some time if all your pictures were in Google Photos already, to make your video right from Google Photos and not have to put them into another application. And the nice thing about Google Photos is that there's unlimited storage, either on both your Nebo account and your personal account. So it's a great place to store your pictures. That's about all that I have, unless anyone else wants to add something.